So, before I get started with this video, I just want to let you guys know really quick that me and Cowboys Blog, aka Joe Rod, have started a podcast. You guys can find it by going to SoundCloud.com and then typing in The Cowboys Huddle or Cowboys Huddle, and the link is in the description box. So make sure you guys do that, listen, share it around, all that good stuff. Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? Hey, it's your boy Foots the King. As always, thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Now, the title of this video is Dalton Shultz plays violent, but can he develop like Jason Witten? So, when you think about Dalton Shultz, I'm sitting there at Cowboys Stadium, and in the 4th round, the 137th pick, Cowboys call Dalton Shultz, Stanford, tight end. Cowboys fans are like, who? Even me. I'm like, who? Now, doing your research on guys like Dallas Goedert, Mike Gesicki, Mark Andrews, the list goes on and on, you may have been kind of thrown off like I was. Dalton Shultz, inline guy, really not much to his game, or so you think. So, the reason why I love this process, the reason why I love this channel is because it forces me and it forces us to have this really good dialogue and this really good conversation. And what I had to do simply was just do a deep dive on this player. I went through about 5 to 6 games, and you just saw things that you like, and not that you like, that you flat out love. His skill set as a blocker, it's really impeccable, and there's really a niche for him on this team the way that Dallas likes to play. 12 personnel. Guys like Goedert, Gesicki, 2 tight end, and as a passing threat for the Cowboys, it's never worked. Gavin Escobar never worked. Marty B, even though Marty B was a really good blocker, it never worked. Now, I know a lot of that had to do with Witten, and he wouldn't come off the field, and rightfully so. He was still a great player. But the fact remains, as I showed in the clip earlier, I hope you guys were scared by that and you saw his violence. No, but seriously, you see a guy who plays with passion, IQ, and selflessness, and is very unselfish. Let's talk about his blocking skill set before we get to anything else. All right, guys, right here, look at the snap at the point of attack. Good little battle right there, but the DN is out of the play. So, to me, that's a great block. He won that rep. Now, look at Shultz right here, guys. I mean, I could play this clip all day long. I wish I could show my 7-year-olds. That's how you play football. Gets to the 2nd level, punishes the guy. It's clean, good football right here. Watch how he finishes the block. Guys, this is a defensive end, outside linebacker. Freeze Bryce Love. Remember that name, Bryce Love. You like that from Shultz. This is what the Cowboys saw. Again, watch the IQ. Boom! Now, that is a beautiful combination block. Now, Bryce Love is to the next level. That's what I mean by IQ. David Shaw has his tight ends, his players ready. Again, fight, get on the ground, son. Come on now, you're not strong enough for me. And he gives up about 20 pounds. Punishing blocker. All right, guys, so that's a little bit of what Shultz can do as a blocker. You guys saw the beginning cut up. And just think of the tight ends that have come out of Stanford's system. Zach Ertz, Kobe Fleener, Austin Hooper. So it's not like these guys come to the league and aren't prepared or won't know what's going on. He's coming from a pro-style system. And the thing that you love about it is a lot like what we do with Zeke, Stanford did with Bryce Love. Remember that name, like I said in the cut-up. Remember that name, Bryce Love. Probably will be a top 10 pick next year. So you see some things. Now, mentioning Jason Witten and Dalton Shultz in the same sentence, it's not smart. And I know some of you guys are probably like, this was clickbait. Not at all. No way, shape or form would I ever compare the two right now. But when you think about when Jason Witten was drafted from Tennessee, raw kid, great in line, but Bill Parcells saw a lot of things that you see in Dalton Shultz. Effort, high IQ, high intensity. Jason Witten at Tennessee wouldn't run away from anybody just like he did in the league. But what he did so well, sit down in zones, crisp route runner, good blocker, understood the game. Phil Vollmer understood the game. So you see a lot of that in Dalton Shultz. I'm serious, guys. Dalton. You guys will probably hear me butcher that a lot, but you see a lot of that in his game. And again, coming from that Stanford system, you can't take that for granted. It's going to be fun to watch this guy develop. And now let's talk about some things that he can do as a pass catcher, pass receiving threat. He's not just like a statue out there, you know, on an island. The thing is, there weren't a lot of highlights like there were with Goddard and Gesicki and Andrews. So there weren't a lot of highlights because of Stanford's system. Quarterback play sucked. So there weren't really, you know, highlights of him high pointing the ball or doing these things. But you do see some type of a pass catching skill set that I frankly think can be developed. Let's talk about it. All right, guys. So here goes Shultz in line, goal line type formation. Quarterback play. He got open. Give him a good ball. Again, this is what I was talking about a quarterback play, but he's not completely lost or a statue as a receiver. Here he is again. Boom. Put your foot in the ground, and I like the toughness right here. You know what I mean? So you see something in him that says he can do a little something as a receiver right there. I like the way he put his foot in the ground, but obviously the quarterback missed him. Again, Stanford's quarterback play just wasn't good. Watch it again right here. Boom. Look at that little move right there. Just enough. Skinny post. Just a little shimmy. So his feet aren't terrible. This is one of my favorite plays. Come here, son. Come here. Now, that's what I'm talking about. We teach our kids this at 7 years old. Chop your feet. Get skinny. Be a receiver out there. Be a threat out there. Makes the linebacker look silly. So you do see things as a receiver, guys. You do see things. He's not completely lost. But the quarterback play and the way that the offense was structured at Stanford, he really just didn't get a lot of opportunities. And so now let's talk about the competition moving forward. Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Blake Jarwin. Somehow or another, we, the Cowboys, the tight ends on the roster, have to do something to flat out replace this legend, and what he brought to the team. Not only his numbers, because, you know, Jason's numbers towards the end weren't the best, but his leadership and really just a guy who can always be dependable in the right place at the right time. Rico Gathers, to me, has the playmaking ability. I just don't know if, what is this going on, his third year, second, whatever year is going on. I think it's third. This is going on his third year. Third year. I don't know if the Cowboys trust Rico. I don't know if Rico is really built for this game. You know, concussion in practice, little injuries, little nicky-knack things. I don't know if the coaches trust him to be where he's going to be. You think about Jeff Swaim, his biggest play ever was 2016 against the Redskins. Kind of a get-in-the-way blocker. And the unknown is Blake Jarwin. I've heard some good things about Jarwin, but you also got to keep in mind that the Cowboys did use a high resource on Dalton Shultz. So I think he has a chance. What do you guys see in this player, though? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm not saying that he's going to be Jason Witten, but I like what I see. And I like the fact that I had to do a deep dive. I had to really do some homework and make this make sense, and then make it make sense as to why the Cowboys drafted him with the 4th round pick. You know, they could have went a bunch of different ways. D tackle, safety. They see something in this kid. What do you guys see? As always, it's your boy Foots the King. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Send this video around. Keep hitting the red bell. I see the comments. I see the love. I see the page growing. I appreciate you guys, man. Check out me and Joe Rod's podcast as well, SoundCloud. I appreciate everything, you guys. All right. Peace.